Korean specialists. Anyway, let's show you my new title card. See how you like it. What do you think? Bit cluttered? A bit cluttered, a bit of mishmash, but hey, maybe it reflects my life at the moment and my filmmaking and my film reviews and my Korean connections. By the way, that's the Malden Centre, which I'll explain in another video here in Koreatown. Excuse me, with the camera there. Right, this is part 2 of the Parasite black and white insight review kind of video. I promised in the last one, the last video was subsequent to my article on my website minimovie.com. I promised in this one I would actually mention the release date. I kind of alluded to that date last time, gave you a strong hint of when it's released, but it's actually released in selected cinemas, we're talking UK here, on the 3rd of April. That's the 3rd of April. So it's going to be, it's a given really that it's going to be in Curzon cinemas. If I'm wrong, then eat my hat, as they say. I'll eat my hat. The other thing was, I was going to do a review of the film, but it is difficult to review a film. Not only I've seen the colour version, I've seen 4 times, and this black and white one. But by the way, I might as well just show you where I am. So I'm one of the streets that goes off New Malden High Street, and we're going towards Beverley Park kind of way, and there's another park here. I'm still relatively new to the area. I've been in this area less than a year. Only came back from Asia, from Korea last May the 2nd, 2019. Straight to a new neighbourhood. Anyway, let's get back on topic. So Parasite black and white. What I will say, if you go back and watch that video that I posted regarding what Bong JOON-Ho was intending people to see, or what he thought were the differences in the 2 films. If you go back to that, or whether you just read up some articles about that, let's turn this around a bit. Much better. You'll see that there's various ways of looking at this film, and the thing is with Parasite, and there are other films as well, where you can watch a film and you can see layers. It's layered deliberately. It's it's more than worth a second watch, a third watch perhaps, and more if you're in my case. And so the thing is, as I say, with Parasite, you watch it and you're looking and you notice stuff that you didn't notice the first time around, or now you know the story and what happens. You also, you noticed characteristics and what characters do and why they do something, whereas in the first time you watch it, you might not know. So because of that, I'm constantly watching and looking out for other things. So when you watch the black and white version, you're doing the same. But the 2 things I will mention that stood out for me, apart from 1 or 2 aspects that he talks about, like the different shades between the different families and classes and levels in the actual film. Because bear in mind, well, actually I don't want to give it away, but we can be talking about ground level, we can be talking about upper level, and perhaps basement level and other levels. I'm deliberately trying to be vague because I don't want to give away to anyone who hasn't seen Parasite. I don't want to give away too much about it. So the 2 things I will mention that I kind of noticed, partly because the black and white trailers that are going around, whether they're the real trailer or whether someone's just done like a filter on the original trailer, they're one thing I noticed. I have to move around here because people are walking up here. I'm not getting in their way. First thing I noticed out of the 2 were that when you notice the hair, and especially the female's hair, like Park So-dam's hair, she plays the poor family's daughter, one of them. The hair, the shininess in the black and white, it looks amazing, especially when it's wet. There's a scene where it's raining, so people get it gets wet. So they, you know, that's one thing I noticed. And the other thing, and the opening shot, this isn't really giving anything away, but the opening shot, we're focusing from a basement flat or from a half basement, or whatever they call it in this film, or in South Korea. When the window is stained and dirty, but it's to me, in the monochrome and the black and white version, it's actually more obvious that the sort of the marks are more clear but not clear but dirty. So that's kind of the two things I noticed. I mean, I will give it a full review, I'm sure, at some point, as well as I will the film itself. But I go to minimovie.com if you want to keep up to date with that. If you like this video, feel like subscribing, liking, hit the bell and all that to get notifications. But also some feedback on the kind of my title card that I'm just kind of putting together at the moment. That'd be great, because, you know, I'm just trying to get something that's a bit quirky but not too overloaded. It is overloaded with colour and things, but anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. That's pretty much the video that I promised. Someone's approached me now, so I'm just going to wander over here and go to where I started, because this is the Malden Centre. It's got a gym, it's got a female only gym, which is good as well, pottery classes, cafe and all this stuff. But as I started, it's here. It says, this is just talking about, I guess it's a parking area, so it's just saying what the high street has got, really, I suppose, like independent businesses, shopping, Korean specialities, and that's it. Very close to Lidl, actually. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. See you later. Bye.